very good morning students. Welcome to today's English class. In the previous classes we have learned a lesson, a tiger in the cup, and a poem, self-reliance. I hope you are learning all the question and answers of that lesson and the poem. And you have memorized the poem self-reliance. Okay. In today's class we are going to learn about the second lesson, a soldier's son. This lesson was written by Shobha Ghosh. This is an interesting story, students, about the bravery of a boy. Okay. Before starting this lesson, let's know about our author. Our author Shobha Ghosh, PhD. She was born in 1958 in West Bengal. She was an Indian author. She was the director of the FICCI, Heading Education. She has established various initiatives in higher education. She was died at present, students, 2019. This is about our author. I have told you, students, the story is related to the bravery. Okay. Let's know something about the bravery awards of our nation. Okay. Bravery awards are set of awards given annually to about 25 Indian children below 16 years of age for meritorious act of bravery against all odds. The awards are given by the Government of India and the Indian Council for Child Welfare, students. This is about the bravery awards of our nation. Okay. Now, let's start the lesson. All of you open your textbook, page number 16. Okay. See, students, Unit 2 is Soldier's Son. Shobha Ghosh. Free reading activity they have given for you. Here also they have given a fact of bravery of a girl. You have to learn it at your home. Okay. Now, let's start the lesson from the first para. The plane was veering and shuddering in the sky. It was losing height rapidly and hurtling towards earth. It would be a matter of minutes before it crashed. A figure fell out of the fiery object that was plummeting down to earth. A white structure mushroomed and opened like a flower in the sky, and the man floated gently down with the wind to the ground. What happened, students, here in the first para? The plane was veering, means that plane was turning, and shuddering. Shuddering means that was shaking in the sky. It lost its control, so that's why it was turning and it was shaking. Okay. It was losing height rapidly. Quickly it's losing its height. It was falling, okay, and hurtling towards earth. It was rushing to the earth. See, hurtling means rushing towards the earth. Because it was losing its control. It was losing its control, so that it was hurtling towards the earth. It would be a matter of minutes before it crashed. It was happened just before some minutes before it was crashed. Okay. A figure fell out of the fiery object that was plummeting down to earth. From that clashing plane, one figure fell down. Plummeting means fall. Plummet means fall down. Okay. One figure fall down to the earth. A white structure mushroomed and opened like a flower in the sky. What was that structure? What was that thing fell down from the crashed plane, students? Mushroomed means spread. Something spread off from that plane which was crashed here. Crashed. Okay. What fell down from that? In the sky, and the man floated gently down with the wind to the ground. What was that? A man was there in that plane. which was crashed, students. He saved himself by the help of parachute, which was mushroomed there. That parachute was mushroomed and saved the life of that pilot who was there in the crashed plane. Understood, students? That plane was lost. Plane lost its height and it was crashed. Before crashing, the man used the parachute to save his life, students. This is in the first para. What happens next? A small boy, 10 or 12 years old, had been watching the plane for some time. A small boy, 10 or 12 years old, had been watching the plane for some time. The boy emerged from the clump of trees. He had seen the plane shoot down by enemy fire and the pilot parachute down from the flaming plane. He came out from the darkness of the trees and reached the wounded pilot. What happened here, students? See, a small boy like you, 10 or 12 years old, had been watching the plane for some time, which was crashing. Okay, which plane was crashing, seen by that boy who was watching that. Okay, the boy emerged. Emerged means move out of. He was there to watch that plane. He came forward from the clump of trees. If anybody see the crash of plane at that time, some people will scare about that and they try to run from that place to save their life. To save their lives. But here the boy was staring, means he was watching all those things, what was happening there. The plane was crashed and the parachute helped that person, that pilot, to save himself. All those things were seen by this boy, this small boy, and he emerged from the clump of trees. Clump, see students, this is the collective noun. You have learned this word, clump of trees, group of trees. He had seen the plane shoot down by enemy fire. How that plane was crashed, students? By enemy fire. By enemy fire. Enemies fired that plane, so that was crashed and the pilot parachute down from the flaming plane. What he had seen, students? The pilot parachute down from the flaming plane. Flaming means burning plane. The pilot saved himself from the help of parachute. Then he came out from the darkness of the trees and reached the wounded pilot. He was in that forest, in the group of trees. So he emerged. That small boy emerged from that place to help that wounded person. He reached to that pilot who had been floating there gently. Okay, he reached the wounded pilot. He was not in the good condition, so that boy wanted to help that pilot who was wounded. So he reached to that pilot to help him. Understood, student? Okay, come with me, sir. He understood that pilot was a soldier, so he has to help that person. No, he was a soldier, so the soldiers will give their life, spend their lives for us, no, for our nation. So we have to help the soldiers, no. So in the manner of humanity, he went there to help the soldier and he started to speak with that soldier. See, students, in the third para, come with me, sir. Gently he was saying to that pilot who was wounded. Understood, student? Students, see, come with me, sir. The enemy will be here any minute. Any minute. The enemy will be here any minute. So there is no time to lose. there is an army camp nearby. You will be safe there. See how intelligent that boy was? Yes or no? See, he was saying he trying to save that person, that pilot. He knew that the enemy fired that plane which was crashed. So he wanted to save that pilot. So he was suggesting that you have to come with me. You have to come with me. You should not lose your time. Without losing your time, you should come with me, and you have to stay in the in an army camp which was nearby. This was the suggestion by the small boy to the soldier who was wounded. Students, understood? You will be safe there. So, in the fourth para, students, the pilot staggered. Staggered means here move unsteadily. He can't walk quickly. He was injured, students. He fall from that much height to higher place to the earth. No, so that's why he can't move steadily. He is moving unsteadily. Understood, students? Tried to take 2 or 3 steps but collapsed to the ground. He was trying to walk but he can't because he was injured. I can't walk. My legs are probably fractured. He thought that his bones were broken. Fractured means his bones were broken. So he told that he can't walk on the ground. So he tried to walk but he collapsed. He fall down from that place. Okay, on that place. Can you do something for me? After that, the soldier asked the boy to do a work. What was that work? Let's see in the next page, students. Page number 18, para number 5. What he was saying? The child could see it was with great effort that the man could talk. Yes, sir. I'll do anything you want. The boy knew that person, the pilot who was fall there, was a soldier. He thought that was the greatest opportunity for him to do any work of that soldier. Understood, students? So that's why the boy, the child could see it was with great effort that the man could talk. And he was thinking that was great. He fall from that place and he was alive and he could talk. That is greater. Then, yes, sir, I'll do anything you want. So he was ready to do any work for the soldier. Understood, students? So he was talking. That is a greater thing for this boy, and he wanted to do any work for this soldier. Understood, students? So, then what will happen in the 6th para? You are small. Better don't take a chance. He muttered under his breath. Mutter means what, students? Say something in low voice. He can't speak loudly because he was injured, students. So that simply he was muttered, this is very risky job. What I am saying, that is very risky to you. If enemies catch you, they will kill you. Understood, students? So this is very risky work for this boy. So like this way, the soldier was muttering. The pilot was muttering like this. Understood? Simply means he can't speak loudly. Simply he was saying, don't take a chance. Don't get any risk on this because you are a small boy. You have to lead your life. You have your future. So like this way he was saying. Then what was the reply of this boy in the 7th para? Not a chance, sir. It's a tale. He had a confidence. Certainty means students, a general air of confidence. General air of confidence. He is showing the confidence to doing his job. His risky work. What do you want me to do? First tell me the work what I have to do. Later I will tell I can do that or not. First you have to tell me. like this way he asked to that soldier, that pilot, to give that work for him. He was ready to do that work, students. Understood? Okay, now come for the 8th para. The man's hands were bleeding. I told you, students, he was injured. He was fallen. He fall from that place, from the plane which was crashed. So he was injured. His hands were bleeding. He fumbled inside his pocket. He was searching inside the pocket and took out a packet of paper. A packet of paper, students. Something is there in that packet. Take this to the commanding officer of the army unit. In the previous in this lesson we have learned that the boy was telling to the pilot that here nearby a army unit is there. You can stay there. Like this way he was telling, no. So now this pilot was saying to that boy that commanding officers, he has to take the packet which was there with this pilot. He has to take that packet of papers, and that boy has to give that packet to the commanding officer of the army unit. Understood, students? And he said, tell him this must reach the Air Force station. He was from Air Force, no? He was a pilot, so he was related to the Air Force. So he wanted to give that information to the Air Force station, students. So which was that Air Force station? That station was Ambala. Air Force station Ambala. By night, at night, they have to send this information to the Air Force station Ambala. Understood, students? Tell him to take care of it and make sure it reaches Ambala on time. Now run for your life. You must avoid the enemy. Will you be able to do it? This is the work which was given by the pilot to the boy, students. Have you understood this? The pilot was giving a packet of papers which including the information of Air India, Air Force station. So he wanted to reach that, he wanted to send that to the commanding officer of army. Understood, students? So from that place to Air Station Ambala, he wanted to send that information to Air Station Ambala by night. By night he wanted to send that. Early he wanted to send that information for them. In between, if any enemies give trouble for this boy, he was thinking that also. Now run for your life. This is very risky job. This information is very important for the enemy. So that's why they wanted to kill the pilot. Understood, students? So this is very important for them. You must avoid the enemy. Will you be able to do it? He was asking to that boy, can you do this work? This work is very risky for you. Can you do this work? He was asking. He was not sure about it because that boy was too small, 10 to 12 years old. So this information is very important. So he was again and again asking that boy to can he do that work or not? Otherwise he will try to do that. Understood, students? He was not in the good condition. So he was getting the help of that boy. Okay. Now come for the 9th para. Yes sir, I'll do it. But the enemy will catch you. He was in the critical condition. He can't walk because his legs were fractured. So he can't walk even 2 or 3 steps also. So that boy wanted to do the work of this pilot, but he was not ready to leave that pilot on that place. He know enemies will catch the pilot and they will kill the pilot. So that he was thinking about humanitarianly. He was thinking about the pilot. and he wanted to save that pilot also. Not only he wanted to do the work of pilot, he wanted to save the pilot, so he was asking like this, students. Okay, now come for the 10th para. What will happen? Don't worry about me. Who said this, students? This was said by the soldier, the pilot, to the boy. I can escape. I can escape. I will try and distract them. You run and hand over the packet. Don't worry. You don't worry about me. I'll distract them. Distract means divert one's attention from something. I'll divert the attention of the enemies who will come and catch me. Who will coming to catch me. Understood, students? I'll divert their attention. He was saying like that, but this is not easy work because now he is in the critical condition. Understood, students? Simply he was saying like that, but he wanted to fulfill his duty, which was handed over to that boy. That is very important for that soldier, that pilot. Not about his life, students. See, students, here only soldiers are not caring about themselves. They are thinking about only our nation. So we have to respect our soldiers first. Understood, students? So this shows the patriotism of that soldier and the boy who wanted to help that pilot by taking the risk. So here these are the things we have learnt in this part. The other what will happen next? He will give that packet to the commanding officer or not, or he'll get any risk or not. Enemies will kill that boy, or he will be alive. That all we will learn in the second part of this lesson. Thank you so much, students.